Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to the new project. You've seen the walk around. This is day one on Project Olive. Let me show you what's happened to it in the last couple of days since we got this car. Day one on Project Olive, let's go. It's not massively dirty, as you knew, as I showed you on the walk around. However, something's decided to have a little party at my expense. So we've got birds crap all the way down the boot, all the way over the roof, and just for good measure a little bit of it down the side as well. So it wasn't even parked under a tree. So there's been a bird that's been a bit naughty. Now I wasn't going to start on this car today. It was going to go on the back burner until that one's finished. Well, it is still, but I've got to do this back bumper. On that car, I've got to do some clear coating. I've got a big 500ml can of 2K clear coat. So I want to do this bumper and that car at the same time, so I don't waste it. Otherwise, I'm going to use a little bit of clear and then throw the rest away, which is a complete waste. So we need to get some spray out cards done for this back bumper. Make sure we've got the right colour paint for it before we paint it, and then get it done and clear coated and back on the car. But what we're going to do today is just give it a clean and get all this bird's crap off. Alright, it's all snow foamed. I've been experimenting. I don't know if, for those of you on TikTok, I don't know if you've ever seen the 50-foot hose that everyone's going on about. Well, I bought one and it's quite good, and it is really long. I don't know, I haven't measured it, but it goes all the way up to the top of the drive with the thing here. It comes with lots of connections. I already had that. It comes with lots of connections. Now I did buy another connection so I can still use the car lance, but it don't fit because it's not long enough to be able to get one of the quick connect on. Now the only problem with a quick connect is that, yes, they are quick connect. When it's under pressure, you can't get it off, so you have to turn the power off, pull the trigger, and then you can get it off. And also it's not got a valve on it that stops the water from coming out, so when you take it off, the water still keeps coming off. And when I'm using the Canon, when I'm using this, which has got a quick connect on it as well, it keeps coming out because you haven't got an on and off switch on that. So that is a bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to see if I can get a connector that's actually got, that can go on the end of it, that's actually got a valve on it, because that's a pain. But yeah, I need to have another look, see if I can get one that I can still use the lance. But yeah, it's good. It doesn't seem, it took some untangling, but it doesn't seem to be tangled up now it's got water in it. Seems all right. So I've just passed in the time talking to you about that. So I'm not selling it on TikTok Shop. I bought it on TikTok Shop. First and only thing I've ever bought on TikTok, and I was a bit dubious. It took a little while to come, but took getting on for a couple of weeks before it arrived. But yeah, it's good. It's all right. Can't remember how much it was now, but it was quite cheap. So yeah, let's get this just wiped over. I did jet off the poo. I'm just going to give it a wipe over, and then we'll jet it off and give it a towel dry, because this is its first wash, isn't it? So I'm going to see how it comes up. Right, okay, so time to start on this now. Not very much to do, it has to be said. The paint is on order. I've ordered 3 shades of the red colour. I've used spray out cards of a direct gloss and a normal one, which are both potentially the same colour. One looks redder than the other because it's glossy, of course, but it's nowhere near. So spoke to Alison at Paints For You. She's sending me 2 different shades. One is called an Intense, which is darker, and the other one, she says, it's got some ochre in it, so it should be darker. All we can do is try it. We've got to do it one way or the other. So yeah, we just need to try it, really. I'm tempted. There was one of the shades, she said, you put it over the top of a red undercoat, and I said, well, it's not a new bumper, it's one that's already painted red. So as much as I'm rubbing it down, it's still red. So she said, oh, you won't need that then. so I won't be priming it or anything. I'm going to have to take that black strip off to do it properly. I don't want to mask that out because you invariably always get some paint on it. I mean, it's just so awful. I did notice as well there is a very, very slight dent here. So this has been repaired as well at some point in the past, and you can feel the paint is a little bit like that there as well. So again, DIY job, not done very well. Colour's all right. Colour's fine, but yeah, it looks like it's been done on a beach. Awful, awful. Which was painted, which was pointed out by BCA, of course, to a degree. It did say poor previous repair. They weren't joking, were they? So yeah, hopefully it'll be all good once we get the new paint on it. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. So as you can see, got the ramps in place. We're going to get it up in the air, and we are going to get the wheels off. I have got, so we've got at least 2 good wheel trims. I've got 3 also good ones as well, so I don't need to do any painting of wheel trims. We will paint them at some point, but we don't need to at the moment. I don't know if it's because that one's in the sun and that one's in the shade, but that is a lot creamier than that. Now I know the one on the other side was a different colour, or again it might be because one was in the sun and one wasn't, but I'm wondering if they've replaced 2. No, actually, oh, I don't know. I'll have to, once I've got them all off, I'll have a look. But we have got at least 2 good ones, and I've got 3 other good ones. So one other thing we will be doing, these are all a bit crackle glazed as well. So I will take these off and I will repaint those in Bianco white, just to make them nice and shiny and white. Could get away with it, but I'm going to do them. Just livens the car up a little bit, doesn't it? Because it's, you know, it's 14 plate and it's 10, 11 years old. And paint gets affected, doesn't it? Which, you know, most red colours fade. Fiat colour gets darker. If you get a 2010, that sort of age, it's almost burgundy when you compare it to a proper red. This isn't too bad. The newer ones don't seem to be too, I say newer, it's 10, 11 years old. The newer ones don't seem to be as bad. But putting fresh paint on, you know, might not necessarily be good. So it is a bumper, and bumpers always look different, as that one looks different on there. So we'll just get it as good as we can, and get it as close as we can to that colour. Once I've sorted that colour out, hopefully one of those colours coming tomorrow will be okay, and we'll know for future use, you know, this sort of age of car, as to what we can use on it to match it. But yeah, let's get it up in the air. Check to the side. We go down onto the locks. That one should be on the locks as well. Yep. Right, that's it. Up in the air. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the brake pads. Yeah, they're all right. Bit scored. Don't need replacing. Got about half life left, so I won't be replacing those. No need at all. Bottom arms are fine. Yep, all good. That's good. This is a rather unusual tyre. The rain tyre. Uniroyal rain tyre. These are going to get a nice clean tomorrow. Right, that's one. Good. Yeah, springs look all good. Brake drums as the usual. Yeah, that looks good. Right, that's all four wheels off. So everything looks good underneath. All the bottom arms look all right. Brakes all look all right. Suspension looks okay. The exhaust is okay from what I can see. Obviously we will do the rear beam. We'll get all this cleaned underneath as we normally do. It's just so nice now, and having that ramp. What a game changer, right? I mean, it's a pain in the arse to get it out. You know, if I had that in a garage, they would just be in the right position to push under the car, permanently connected. It is a bit of an effort getting them out, which is why you'll still see me using the trolley jack for certain things, because, you know, whilst I'm doing all this sort of stuff, it's good to use these. And I will leave them out during the summer. I will leave them out underneath. I'll put the car down on the wheels, but I will leave the car. I will leave them under the car during the summer. I won't do that in the winter, obviously, for, you know, don't want them getting rusty and what have you. But yeah, game changer. Really are good old quick lift. Should have got one years ago, but you never know. If and when we move house, I might be able to have somewhere where I can keep them in permanently. If that was the case, I'd probably get rid of them and get a proper one, a proper lift, one that you can drive the car over. That would be much better, because we'd use it all the time then. Anyway, let's get the back bumper off. Right, bumper off. The bolt that side was loose. The bolt that side was non-existent. So, I don't know how long ago it was. Something I did spot underneath, which I'll show you when we get underneath again. I'm not sure if that side's been done, but on that side it's had a new brake cylinder. You can see it's brand spanking new, so I reckon that was done on the full service that it had recently. 100 miles ago. I reckon that was done then. So yeah, so I'll put it out in the back garden. I'm going to rub it down this afternoon so it's ready for paint when the paint arrives tomorrow. Right, managed to get the black bit off, came off quite easy. It's obviously been taken off before and put back on because it was stuck on with tape mainly, which is what I'll be putting it back on with. Or I might even use actually I'll probably use Tiger Seal, seeing as I've got a tube that's open. So yeah, we're going to 180 this. Horrendous. Really horrendous. I was tempted to try and I was wondering whether it was actually the clear coat, but it's just there is so bad that if I went through the clear coat, I'd quite clearly go through the actual paint as well. So it's best just to, because then we wouldn't have the colour issues if it was just a matter of re-clear coating it. But no, it's got to be done properly, he says, as an amateur. So if you're a professional painter, i.e. Grant, look away if you're watching, Grant from Salvage Flippers. I can't remember what your new channel was called. Grant has always given me lots of tips over the years. In fact, watching some of his earlier videos, I learned quite a lot. And he told me that I was using a too finer wet and dry when I was blocking down primer. He said I should be using 600 because me using, what was I using, 1500 is too fine, and it can cause like flaking later on. Lack of adhesion due to it being too fine, too smooth. So thank you, Grant. I did thank you on the comment, but thank you as always for the tips. Yeah, let's get on with it. 180, and then we'll move up the grits a little bit, ready for when the paint comes tomorrow. Is all rubbed down and it's hosed off and it's just drying off now, and It's funny, isn't it, how it's gone like that. And it's, yeah, once it's all dried off, obviously we won't bother, we'll wipe it over with isopropyl alcohol tomorrow, and then when we come to paint it, obviously we'll use the old, what do you call it, panel wipe, so it's nice and clean. So we're going to, when the paint comes tomorrow, because it's got 3 colours of it as I mentioned earlier, we're going to do some spray out cards first. I'll see that is drying now. That's where it's wet and it's drying. As it's drying that colour, the misty colour. Yeah, so we'll try some spray out cards first and then try and match it to the car, hopefully. If we can't match it well enough to the car, what I'll do, I think I did this once before on, was it on a green car or blue car? I can't remember. One or the other. I painted a portion of each side in the different shades and then let it dry and then held it up to the car and saw what was the closest, and that was the one we used. So that's what we'll be doing. It's got to be one of those 3 shades. Fingers crossed. So I've just put the car to bed tonight for the night. I've lowered it right down. It's not touching the floor, but it's nearly there. We'll leave it down like that with no wheels on for tonight and no bumper on, obviously. And we are just going to do the wheels. I thought, well, I might as well clean the wheels. Got the old acid cleaner there. Link is in the description if you haven't seen it on other videos. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, just going to go over them with a brush, both sides, then we'll do the other side, and then that'll be it for the wheels. And then what we might as well do, shall we do that as well? We might as well clean under there as well. Actually, no, we'll do that tomorrow because I've got it down on the ground now, so I might as well leave that until tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get these done, and then we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll get these clean, get the wheels back on, and hopefully we'll get the, it depends on what time the paint comes tomorrow. We won't get the bumper on, because obviously it needs to dry properly, but we'll certainly get the wheels back on and get it back on its wheels. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Right, we're all clean under here now. Everything's clean under here, all the way around the car. It's all been jet washed, so it's all nice and clean. We're still waiting for the paint to come, unfortunately. It's coming between 3 and 4 o'clock today, so I am going to get that painting done today. But obviously the bumper won't go on. But I think probably what I might as well do is put the wheels back on now. I think we may as well. I can't see any point really in keeping the wheels not on the car. We will have to obviously jack it up at the back to put the bumper back up. Take the wheels off at the back to put the. It just makes it easier putting the bumper back on. We've got to protect the rear beam as well. In fact, if I hadn't got a soaking wet floor there, I may have done that now. But I'm not lying down on a soaking wet floor to do it. And of course I've been squirting under there, so it'll be a bit on the wet side. Right, wheels are all back on. Everything's all clean underneath. Still waiting for the paint to come. It's about 3 o'clock now, still haven't got the paint. So it did say between 3 and 4, so hopefully within the next hour it'll turn up. But yeah, typical, it's late when we want to get it done. Right, so what we need to do now is lift that. Got some water in there. And oh no, I've got to, what I'm talking about, I've got to rise it first, haven't I? That one obviously wasn't all the way down. Let's rise it up. Now what am I doing? What am I talking about? Hang on. Yeah, no, we'll rise it up and then move that out of the way. There we go. That's moved out of the way. So I'm not used to using this yet. There we go. And now we let it down. Right, I don't know how well this shows, but I've got 3 spray out cards here. We've got the standard one here, as you can see, completely different. We have one that's called Intense, which actually seems redder than the standard, and then we've got the one that Alison described as being dark with ochre in it. Is a pretty good match. It's not exact, but it's a pretty good match, I think. Again, you know, this is old paint with lacquer on it. That's new paint without lacquer on it, but it's shade wise, it's definitely the closest. We know the camera lies a little bit, but let's get some on the bumper and see what it looks like on the bumper. And here we go. So that has had 2 and a bit coats. The reason for the bit is because there was little areas on there that had gone through the colour and gone back to the black, and it wasn't covering it properly. You could still see them. So I did 2 full heavy coats, and then I went over all those little bits just to give a little bit heavier coverage. And yeah, it looks good. It looks all right. Again, you know, we haven't held it up against the car, but as far as I could see, it's all good. There is a bit of a mark just there. I think that was a bit of mist on the rub down, but it's right at the bottom anyway. You ain't going to see it. But yeah, it's a much less intense red, so I think it's going to be all right. So I was gonna order some more paint and give it yet another coat, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's all right. It's wet in places still, so I'm just going to leave it another 10 minutes to completely go off, and then we'll get some lacquer on it. I think today is Friday. I did this at the beginning of the week. That's when you last saw me. So today Glenn has been to do the cam belt, so that's all done. The bumper is all painted. I stuck the piece of trim back on today. I've used Tiger Seal. There was one little area on it that didn't go back properly and hold, so I've just taped it closed whilst it goes off. I think that was a couple of hours ago, so I think I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to test it. I might leave the tape on, but I'm just going to put it back on. And then I think what we're going to do is polish it up, and then we'll give the car a clean. I've missed a bit on the aerial. I've done the front of the aerial. I tried to take that aerial off to clean it, and it was really stiff, and I thought, I've done those in the past and they snap, and especially being a white one, I really don't want it to do that. So I wound it back and left it in situ to actually clean it. I don't want to end up having to fork out and buying a white aerial, so I left it. I've put a new windscreen wiper on it. It has marked the glass here. I'm going to use some glass polish and see if I can get that mark off. I think I've got some glass polish somewhere. It's a bit annoying. The old one was absolutely destroyed. So that's all been cleaned up underneath as well. What we've also got to do is clean the plastics inside. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do, of course, was repaint these. So I'll do that this afternoon. They're a bit shit. So I use my new method that I discovered on getting those off. And then we'll give those a paint. I'm not going to use 2K on them. Because I'm not going to use a whole can of 2K just to do that, so I'll be using the 1K, which is fine, and it dries quicker, of course, so I'll get that done shortly as well. But I think first thing to do is get the bumper on. So here's the, oh shit, here's the bumper. Just called it on the wall of the house. This has been baking in the sun for about 2.5 days. It's come out really nice. There's a few little tiny speckles which should polish out. If they don't, I'm not that bothered. It's a really nice finish, really nice finish. That's still sticking out there. I'm going to have to do something about that. I might have to put some more glue in there, but we can sort that out once it's actually back on again. So yeah, let's get it back on. Always awkward getting that in the right position there. Make sure the holes line up, which they don't. Slightly in the wrong position. There we go. There we go. Put those in loosely. Now, match-wise, I'm looking at the wing of the car. Spot on. Let's shut the boot down a little bit and have a look at it there. Bearing in mind the car's dirty and still needs a polish as well, of course. That is a perfect match, absolute perfect match. So that is a 14 plate, 11-year-old car with not faded paint, but colour changed paint. The standard paint is nothing like it, absolutely nothing like it whatsoever. This is the paint with the ochre in it. So that's the, yeah, so the chances are, if you have a similar car to this in red, that's going to be the match. It is perfect. I don't know what it looks like through the camera, but honestly, it's exactly the same. Bearing in mind the bumpers tend to look different, this don't, it looks the same. fantastic. Right, let's get it pushed in the sides. Why is that so difficult? God, that was a bit of a job to get that in. There we go. Right. That has popped out a little bit, that black bit in the middle, just where I've got it taped up. It's only a little bit, but I'll take the tape off and I'll get some more glue in. I'll leave it on for the time being, but then we'll get it done. So when you think what that bumper was like, it looks absolutely perfect. It really does look perfect. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't get over how good a match it is, and what a beautiful finish. Oh, God bless paints for us, paints for you, whatever it is, paints for you. Let's give this light a clean before we put it back in. Whew, warm. Right, I've been polishing this and that. I've painted the wing mirrors, door mirrors I should say. I've just used the Sonax red polish on the car and it just looks like it's come out of the factory. There's a couple of little bits of mist buffing off, well, I will show you anyway, and I've still got to put the Maguire's ceramic polish on as well, which is what I did on the black one, and it just, but the paintwork is just incredible, incredible, and that back bumper matches perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Couldn't ask for it to be any better. It's a stroke of luck. Let me show you. There's a couple of little hazy bits as you walk around it in the sunlight, which I missed buffing up, but good God almighty, it's just, that's not a scratch, that's a bird feather. Yeah, it's just incredible. Oh, another bit I missed there. I need to go around it with a clean microfiber, I think. I think you have to put gloves on when you're using this stuff. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, this bumper, but it is an exact match, Incredible, absolutely perfect. I mean, that is the closest I've ever got to a colour match, and it's on a red car. Amazing. I'll have to let Alison know about that. Incredible. Again, there's a few bits I've missed buffing up. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Oh, and there as well. Yeah, definitely need a clean cloth because I've gone over it. I did the bonnet twice. I forgot. I went around the car that way and forgot that I'd done the bonnet to start with, and did it twice. Doesn't hurt, does it? Extra protection. I think that stuff has got wax in it as well, but I am going to use a ceramic wax. I mean, it's just, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. It is just Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No swirls in the sunlight. Ah, man. If you've got a coloured car, if you've got a black car, a blue car or a red car, and I'm sure they do other colours as well, I'd get some of this Sonax. It's not expensive. I'll put the red one in the link in the description. If you have a look, you'll see. Actually, I'll put all three colours that I've got in the description. I've got the blue one for the bath, which I haven't used yet. I've got the black one that I used recently on the convertible, which you haven't seen. No, you would have seen it by the time you've seen this. And the red one. So I don't know what other colours. They probably do grey. They probably do white as well. Don't know. But fantastic stuff. But as I say, I put links to the three that I've bought, and you can get yourself some if you want. It's only on Amazon. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Let's show you the mirrors. Now the paint I used was direct gloss, but it doesn't look very glossy for some reason. So I'm going to get off fly. That's been done about 5 minutes ago. So in this sunlight, I think I'm going to get the clear coat on now. I'm only using the 1K because I'm not going to open a can of 2K just for this. So yeah, I'll get three or four coats of lacquer on, and then we'll leave it for a few hours and get them back on. Reverse it down the drive. It didn't stay pushed in that for some reason, so I need to glue it. Some more tiger seal in there, and then just push a piece of wood against it like that, up against the wall. I'll put a cloth here so it protects it, just to push that in properly. Everywhere else is stuck. It's just that bit. Even though I put tape on it, it was too spongy to hold it. So it literally just needs pushing like that with tiger seal all the way along. Right, okay, so wheel trims are on, front and back, both sides. I've blacked the tyres up. I put it out onto the road to black the tyres up as it stains the drive, and as you can see there, it's left a trail all the way up the driveway. And I thought, ooh, coolant, it's pink. And as you can see, there's a trail of it here. Now I had the engine running when I got it back down the drive, and it's drip, 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 drip. So I think it's coming from the thermostat. It wasn't doing it before. God knows why it's doing it now all of a sudden, but of course I'd rather it, if it is leaking, I'd rather it do it now than a day after I've sold the thing. Very annoying. Obviously it's had the new cam belt, it's been topped up with coolant. Maybe the coolant was low, and it wasn't dripping, but now it is. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be coming from the normal place. You know, the connector at the back. That seems dry, but that you can see it dripping down the gearbox, and of course the thermostat's right above the gearbox, so I'm pretty certain it is the thermostat, which is very, very annoying. So I thought this was going to be finished today. Now, I mean, I have got thermostats, so I should be able to do it. It just might have to finish off tomorrow, that's all. I just noticed that needs a pair of pliers and pulling that out as well. But yeah, we're nearly there. So I've still got to clean it up on the inside, and I forgot about that little dent as well. We're going to try and pull that out, and I've got to swap this over. I've got to find another one of these and swap that over. So there's still a few bits to do. I would have finished it today, but now I've got to do that thermostat. I'm not sure I'm going to get it finished because time's getting on, so I might have to come out here tomorrow and just finish it off, because I wanted to get it up for sale tomorrow. How annoying. But as I say, better to go now than in a week's time. Hey, so there, that's where it was coming from. As I released the clip, it just snapped off in my hand. The plastic one. I've got a nice new one here, and this is an eBay purchase for about £22, and it's a nice metal one, so that will probably be there for the rest of the life of the car. Unbelievable. Why do Fiat use the plastic one? It's absolutely crazy. So while I'm here, when the engine's cold, or when the car's cold, the clutch is fine. When the car is warm, the clutch is squeaking. So while I'm in here, I thought I might as well change the slave cylinder as well. Future-proofs it even more, doesn't it? May as well, and we'll put an earth strap in as well while we're in here as well. So at least it's 3 jobs we can do all at the same time. Nightmare. I'm so glad this went today though, and not in a week's time, because that was on the verge of completely failing, and all of the coolant would be dumped over the road. Oh, that's happened to me before after an MOT. I don't want it happening when someone buys the car. that would be disastrous. Right, there we go. Nice new thermostat. Oh, these things are sent to try, so I'm so happy that this has gone now. Oh my god. Right, time to do the slave cylinder. As you can see, it's clearly the original one. Seen better days. So yeah, we're going to change it. Even though I say it doesn't need changing, it does. Because as I say, when the engine's warm, it was creaking, and I don't want a creaking clutch. So let's get it changed. We might as well, mightn't we, while we're under here? Might as well do it. It's the quickest clutch slave cylinder change ever. The clip came out really easy, and then the pipe came out really easy, and as you can see, I've put an additional earth strap on as well. So it's 3 jobs in one. Excellent. Right, let's go and try the clutch. Right, that's it, all done, all back together. Coolant is still above normal because it's the cam belt was done this afternoon. So I probably haven't got to add any to it, it's just a matter of it going round. Nice new clutch cylinder. Yeah, I wonder what, I thought I dropped a screwdriver down there for a minute. I saw a silver thing. See it in the middle? It's actually the brand new clutch cylinder. Right, that's it for today. All we've got to do now is clean up the inside, just the dash, clean the dash, the door cards, that sort of thing, install the dash cam. I've put my little goodie bag in there with an air freshener and a little 500 logoed cloth. I have some little brushes as well, which I can't find, but I think I've only got one left. I've got some more coming in the next couple of days. And I put a keyring in there as well. These are done. They look really nice. Put those on. The only other thing I've got to do is that. Nothing else, that's it. So I'll change this. I'll break one out and change that. Apart from that, it's all done now. It's finished, ready to go. So we'll get some photos taken tomorrow. It's a bit of a mess of the driveway, that did, but it soon dries up within a few hours, or when it rains. Right, there you go, all done, all finished. I've pulled the dent out a little bit, it's come out a bit, it's too sharp for me to pull out. I've left some cold glue on there, look. It's too sharp to get it out completely, but it's out pretty much all completely now. Got the little sticker on there. As we've shown you, it's shining like a new pin. On the inside, it's all clean. Seats are all nice and clean. The back seats are all now back in properly. We've got the dash cam up there. All the dash is all clean. We've got our little goodie bag down here with various bits and pieces in. And we've got a new set of mats throughout with the logos on as well. So that's it. It's now finished. You can take the photographs and get it up for sale. So that is the end of the project. I told you it would be a short one. You've only got the one video. Project Olive is now sparkling, absolutely sparkling. So what have we done? We've taken the bumper off, we've rubbed that down, we've given that a coat of paint which matches perfectly. Really, really good clean. Didn't take the seats out, cleaned all the seats, cleaned all under the engine bay. Everything's clean inside. We've painted the mirrors, not the glass, obviously, the mirror surrounds. Cam belt's been done. It was only serviced 100 miles ago, so I don't need to service it. Touched up tiny little bits of paintwork that needed doing, pulled out a couple of little dents, cleaned the wheel trims up. We made a full set of good wheel trims out of the ones that I had. Yeah, what did I say? New battery, new clutch hydraulics, did I say that? And we put an earth strap on as well of course. We inadvertently, we didn't know we were going to have to do that thermostat, so praise the Lord. Thankfully, it was it went the day the cam belt was done rather than the day the car sold, because it would have dumped the coolant on the day the car was sold all over the road, and that would have been horrendous. But someone was looking down on me, and it was okay. We've done that, it's fine now. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. It was not much to do on this, so it was never going to be a long involved video, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you agree how fantastic it looks. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it is absolutely shining. It looks like it's just come out of the factory. It really does. The paintwork is just incredible, and that paint was a fantastic match. Well done to Alison at Paints For You for that. So If you're not a subscriber, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.